It's that time of the week, which means it is time to gear up for another grind of Pokemon Go. This week is stacked. We've got a Dynamax debut, 2 Mythicals returning to raids, and not 1, not 2, but 3 Mega Pokemon, including 2 of the best in the entire game. Now, if you've been seeing those little emojis popping up in the comments of these update videos, stick around until the end. I'll explain exactly what that means and what that's all about. But before we jump in, I just released episode 6 of my flagship series, Cab's Card Collection Challenge. Now, instead of me just telling you how much fun it is, how about you watch the first 30 seconds and judge for yourself? Today I'm playing Pokemon GeoGuessr and Pokemon Scarlet. My producer Nathan has provided 5 random screenshots, and I have 5 minutes each round to find the exact location. Each round will be scored as follows: 5 points for an exact match, 3 points if I'm in the right area, or a 0 for a total failure. I need to score 20 of a possible 25 points to win the episode, or else this PSA 10 Shiny Palmy gets added right to the loss column. Now, if you want to watch the full video and see how it all plays out, I have it linked in the description below, and I'll also have it on the end screen of this update. Speaking of updates, let's dive in. Let's kick things off with Max Monday, and we've got a brand new Dynamax debut, Bounsweet. It's entering the spotlight, evolving into Serena, who's fine, I guess. But long term, this thing is about as useful as a tomato in a fruit salad. At least it's shiny eligible, so that's pretty cool, I guess. You'll find Bounsweet taking over power spots Monday starting at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. local time. Let's talk GBL. This week we have both Master Premier and Great League Remix returning starting at 4 p.m. EDT. Master Premier is one of the most fun formats in Pokemon Go, especially for free-to-play players who don't want to just dump a mountain of resources into 5-star legendary raids. Because remember, no legendaries, mythicals, or ultra beasts will be allowed. I've got the top 10 picks on screen to get your strategic wheels turning. As for Great League Remix, it's your classic 1500 CP format, but with a twist. Or remix, if you will. The 20 most used Pokemon by Ace rank and higher players are going to be banned this time around. So no Cordeli, no Galarian Stunfisk, no Gastrodon, no Azumarill, you get the idea. It's time to think outside the box this week. Moving on to raids, Attack and Speed Form Deoxys are back, and like I said last week, these things are absolute parasitic booty cheeks when it comes to viability. But I'll still be rating just a few of them, because honestly I don't have a shiny of either one yet. Quick reminder, Deoxys is mythical, which means it cannot be traded. So no IV reshuffling this time around. Raid Hour will be taking place Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. And hopefully date night last week went so well that your significant other agrees to another one this Wednesday. Now, if you missed the video last week, I heavily implied that Deoxys is so bad that you'd be better off spending your time with friends and family and loved ones instead. So do yourself a favor and subscribe so you can be in on the inside jokes and I don't have to keep explaining them, and stay informed for next week's chaos. Also, I suppose information is also important. Now for Mega Raids, both Mawile and Salamence are back. Niantic, I guess, is just trying to make up for the poopy 5-star raids from the last 2 weeks by giving us a good Mega. And, well, Mawile.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Mawile is both a fairy and steel type, which means it's only going to be weak to fire and ground moves. It maxes out at 2691 CP, so yeah, it's a bit underwhelming as a raid attacker, to say the least. Now, according to PokemonGoHub.net, it ranks 47th amongst fairy types and 141st among steel types. 141, is that a ranking or an area code? But at least its shiny is pretty cool looking, so there's that. But the Mega you should be focusing on is Mega Salamence. It maxes out at a ridiculous 5,688 CP, making it the 6th best Dragon type and the 3rd best Flying type in the entire game. Keep in mind, it takes super effective damage from Dragon, Fairy, and Rock moves, but honestly, just hit it with Ice because both of its typings are going to be weak to Ice, so that makes it your best bet. Now, I do have the top 7 counters on screen for you, and you'll notice Mega Rayquaza ranks number 3. Now, if you don't have one yet, stick around. I'll explain how to add that one to your collection later in this video. Spotlight Hour this week will feature Petilil on Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. local time, and we've got 2 times catch Stardust bonus. Now, I always like to stack field research encounters that give higher Stardust yields, things like Meowth, Audino, Paris, Staryu, and a few others. Now, during the event, I'll drop 2 star pieces and start clearing out as many of those stacked encounters as humanly possible. Then I use whatever remaining time I have to catch Gimmighoul and Meltan from coin bags or mystery boxes. So anything really just to squeeze in a few more encounters and maximize the Stardust game. Now, Petilil might look like a puntable onion, because it is. But if you're constantly running low on Stardust, like me, this is a spotlight hour that is worth grinding. Alright, let's talk about the Pokemon Legends ZA Celebration event. Now, personally, I am really excited for the release of Legends ZA on the Switch and the Switch 2. Now, usually when there's a new main series release, Pokemon GO celebrates with something really big to match the hype. But this time, we get the Pokemon Legends ZA Celebration event. It starts Thursday at 10 a.m. and runs until Monday at 8 p.m. local time. As for the bonuses, Mega Raids will be appearing more often. And that's it. That's the singular bonus. Which, to be fair, it's at least fitting thematically, since Legends EA is introducing a ton of new megas, like Hawlucha, Victory Bell, Dragonite, both Raichu X and Y, the Kalos starters, Malamar, and more. But So I really get it, but it's still kind of underwhelming that is the only bonus we get. Maybe they just want you to play the main series game instead of focusing on Pokemon Go. Who knows? There is some solid stuff happening though. The starters featured in Legends EA are getting their signature charge moves. So Bayleaf into Meganium will learn Frenzy Plant, Crocodile into Feraligatr will learn Hydro Cannon, and Pignite into Emboar will learn Blast Burn. Now, if you already have those evolutions, there is some good news for you. You can actually just use a regular Charge TM during the event, so you don't have to waste an Elite Charge TM. You'll also get a free event-exclusive timed research with branching tasks. Completing them earns XP, candy, Apophant, and encounters with the ZA Starter Trio, each with a new seasonal special background. Plus, whichever starter you pick will show up much more often when using your daily adventure incense. And finally, the avatar items that you see behind me are available now in the in-game shop. That's literally everything I could find on this event. They really could just rename this one the Pokemon Legends ZZZ Celebration event because it's kind of a snooze fest. Alright, let's wake up for Mega Rayquaza Raid Day happening this Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. Bonuses will include a boosted remote raid pass limit, up from the usual 10 to 20, up to 5 free extra raid passes by spinning the photo disc to gyms, and a 1 in 10 shiny rate for Rayquaza encounters. There's also a free timed research that rewards a Meteorite, the item needed to teach Rayquaza its signature move Dragon Ascent, which in turn is required to Mega Evolve it. Now listen, Mega Rayquaza is hands down one of the best Pokemon in the entire game. It maxes out at an insane 6,458 CP, ranking as the number 2 dragon, the number 1 flyer, and the number 2 overall raid attacker according to Pokemon Go Hub. And just like Salamence, it takes super effective damage from Dragon, Fairy, and Rock moves, but Ice is absolutely your best counter here. I have the top counters on screen, so plan your strategy accordingly. Now, if you want to take things to the next level, the $5 event ticket gives you 8 additional raid passes from gyms, so a total of 14 for the day, a higher chance of Rare Candy XL, 50% more XP, and 2 times Stardust from raids. And for the love of Arceus, do not sit this one out. I usually don't tell people how to play the game, but this is the can't miss event of the week, and actually might be the can't miss event of the entire month. It's just too bad that I'm gonna miss it. My dad's getting remarried in North Carolina this weekend, so that's kind of important. Well, I mean, I could skip the wedding, right? I mean, technically I missed his first wedding because my parents got married before I was born, so I could just skip this one and keep the tradition alive. I mean, it's Mega Rayquaza. He'll understand. But, Dad, you don't understand. It's Mega Rayquaza. Thank you guys so much for watching until the end of this video. That officially unlocks legendary status for the week. You've earned the right to identify yourselves in the comments by dropping a dragon emoji down below. Now, I'd usually ask what everyone is most excited about, but come on, let's be real. We're all on Team Mega Rayquaza this week, am I right? So instead, this time around, the pinned comment is going to be a little bit different. Are you planning on grabbing Pokemon Legends EA when it drops? I have a really strong feeling that there is a much bigger overlap between Pokemon Go players and main series fans than people think. And trust me, on this channel, we are going to explore that. Once I'm back from North Carolina, I'll be diving into my first playthrough of Legends and giving you my honest opinion, my review, my feedback, It's going to be no fluff, just the good, the bad, and what Cap would do differently. And this is just the beginning here. I mean, this channel, I want to connect all the corners of Pokemon. Between main series games, Pokemon GO, the trading cards, lore, just everything. Because I think there's a bigger overlap in the fandom. I don't think people just specifically just like one or the other. I think a lot of people who like the main series games also like the lore. I think people who enjoy Pokemon GO also like the trading cards. Maybe not everybody, but I think there's a lot more of a connection just under the Pokemon umbrella that a lot of YouTubers aren't really exploring on this platform. So that's honestly what inspired me to do C4, Cap's Card Collection Challenge. Not every video is going to be for everyone, but I want this channel to be the place to go if you love Pokemon, and it is the channel for everyone. So I think if this really takes off the way that I envision that it will, I think that we can build something here that no one else has done before on this platform. And that's just connecting every corner of the franchise and being a safe place for the whole Pokemon community to come together. But in the meantime, click that floating box right up there in that corner. A brand new C4 episode just dropped, and I know you're going to love it. Click it, quick, before it disappears.